What is up, guys? Welcome to the 27th episode of my Ipswich Town Road to Glory career mode, and we're at this last couple episodes of season 2 of this journey, and today we've got Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, and the semi-final FA Cup tie against Liverpool. No idea how we got there, but we managed to beat teams like Newcastle and Aston Villa, two decent Premier League sides, but managed to get the better of them, even with a rotated side. And I think we're still going to rotate the side in that game, I reckon. I know it's a semi-final, and I know we probably should play the first team, but we're not going to. So, first game's up, we've got Middlesbrough away, just to round up the league, and yeah, we're going to quite heavily rotate, put a few youngsters in. Obviously we've got Butcher, we've got Dawson making his debut, and I believe Davis is there as well in the centre mid. So we've got two centre mids making their debuts, and we've got our striker of Butcher not making his debut, but you know, continuing his appearances. And then obviously Davies and Lane. So we've got a really young middle of the park there. I think the average age would probably be 18 in the middle. I mean, there's no one over the age of 18 in that middle of the park. But look at that goal from Dawson. What a strike from the youngster. I was not expecting that whatsoever. Outside of the boot. No, outside of the boot, inside, curls it around like Heung-min Son, but he does it himself. And I think Harris goes for a power shot, but the keeper parries it away, making a really good save. Power shots, I don't tend to use them in Pro Clubs because I never really get the chance to, as you get pressed down very quickly. But in career modes, they get tons and tons of time to put a power shot through. As Akpom gets laid through here, what can he do? And it just goes wide. That is, yeah, a very tough one for Middlesbrough to face, and they're not really going to get anything out of this game now. It's 10 minutes to go, almost 8 minutes, counting down the clock. Middlesbrough on one last attack, you'd probably think, but Piero plays it into Jones. Jones turns, has a shot, and Middlesbrough get one back with 6 minutes to go, plus extra time. Not really sure how this is going to turn out now, but Middlesbrough on another attack in the last dying minutes with Danny Ward makes a really good save, forcing the corner, and then we're just going to defend it quite well. And Davies on his debut, look at that, the two fullbacks are just miles apart, and Davies is just going to run down the middle, and what's he going to do? Of course, he's just going to slot it into the net. I was so tempted to run it in, but I thought, better not, better make sure we actually score this goal, and we do. And it's going to be 3-1 on the final score. Dawson and Davis making their youth debuts into the first team, and both getting on the score sheet. You love to see it. Up next, Sheffield Wednesday, rotating the side once again with Butcher and Lucas coming on as the strike partnership alongside Christensen, Dawson, and I believe that was Penny making up the midfield three. And Penny's been really good ever since we put him there. He has made a few mistakes here and there, but we don't show those here. And Dawson going for his infamous goal that he scored first, and he tried to bend it again. He's a really skillful player, not gonna lie. He's managed to make that shot almost getting it in on there. That is an attempt and a half for sure, as he looks to double his goal tally already, and he's only literally played 2 games for us, and that would be an absolute finish and a half for him towards the end of the season. And Lucas showing how it's done with his finishing ability as well, and my god, that is another outside screamer. Outside screamer, I keep saying outside screamer, it's the inside of the foot screamer. That's madness. He just curls it into the back post, finesses it right in, making Ipswich Town 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. And Sheffield Wednesday on the attack now, and as you can see, they're playing Wilkes through nicely. Wilkes smashes the ball and it hits the post, and it's still reverberating from that shot they had. And Christensen with a good intercept, plays into Butcher, Butcher into Lucas. Lucas then dribbles around the attackers and defenders and plays in Butcher. Butcher slots it into the back of the post. God damn it, I've done it again. He slots it into the back of the goal. Wow. Yeah, we're having a good end to this season so far. We're keeping the form up. We're not really letting it go to us at all, as we are conceding a few goals here and there. I did think I'd concede a bit more, playing Walton and Ward on a rotation basis, as Walton just trying to give him a good send-off really, because we're probably going to look to sell him into the Premier League season. And here we are switching the ball into the other right wing back to the wing back, and Butcher knocks it down into Penny, and Penny makes it 3-0. Oh, I'm really surprised I didn't do this earlier on in the season or earlier on in the save. I know Penny came back from loan towards the start of the Championship season. I thought nothing of it. I thought, you know, it's another wing back. We're not really going to look to play him at all. But ever since I've started putting Chaplin up front, we needed another centre mid to actually put into the centre mid place. And I thought, Penny, you know, he's not had that many chances in the first team. We'll see how he does in centre mid. And he's been really good. It's definitely going to be a rotation player going into the Premier League, or sporadic. But he's definitely not going to start as much as he has done. Obviously playing the Carabao and the FA Cup games early on, and we'll see how we do. But now up against Rotherham United, and we're making a few more saves, or a few more changes again. Butcher, Chaplin, Lane, Davies, Knight, and we're going to put Alessi in for Edmondson, I think, or do we know? I believe we switched Edmondson and Greaves, and then obviously we put Alessi in and Chaplin, with an early chance to put us in the lead. I say early, it was about 20 minutes in, or 6 minutes, I can't remember exactly how early on it was, but he definitely did need to finish off his chances there. Instead he skies over. Rotherham gets their chance, but Danny Ward makes a really good save as Butcher plays in Chaplin now. Chaplin's got acres of space. The defender's going to close him down quickly, but doesn't close him down quick enough. And we find the back of the net. Number 11 now. He's goes and celebrates in front of his own fans. And Chaplin, another player, gonna probably be another sporadic rotation player, not going to be as important to us in the Premier League, but we will look to still play him, because I do want to play some of the original players in the Premier League, just to see, you know, they've been here from the start, you know, they deserve to get some Premier League starts since we've got up the ranks. And I don't want to heavily rotate the side too much, but obviously we've got a lot of changes to make and a lot of transfers to make, as Rotherham, he smashes the post again. I mean, it's really unfortunate on Rotherham's side, because they could have made it 2-1, but unfortunately they don't. And can we make it 2-1 here? Oh, you know, I probably thought Wes Burns probably would have shot. You know, he has done that quite a lot, but no, he decides to lay it off, and we rue the chance to go in front. And now the really fancy graphics for the semi-finals. I want to see the final graphics just to see if it's any different to what it is for the semi-finals, but it's probably not at all. It's probably the exact same, knowing FIFA and EA. So Royce and Llorente in the midfield for Liverpool. That is quite a new lineup for them, and I was really shocked that Royce didn't have a new face at all. But we're going to start Bowden. We're going to start a few of our starting centre backs as well, but we're going to change it up quite to have the same, you know, the same players that played in the FA Cup throughout that got us here. There's Harper. Wow, 16 minutes in, passing it, getting past Alisson of all people. Really didn't expect that to happen, but yeah, a nice good start. Now, can we hold off and can we keep it up? As Butcher forces a save out of Alisson, and now Alexander-Arnold plays it into Salah. Salah, as he's a star player, he's just going to easily waltz around our defence. No, Ndaba, good block, but Salah gets it back, and Darwin Núñez, he just puts it around the Walton. I mean, I wasn't expecting to win this match. It would have been nice to hold off a little bit longer. But, getting towards the halfway points, we have held off quite a good amount of time. But Darwin Núñez has got so much pace on Wolfden. He hits the post, and it bounces straight back into Salah's feet. And Salah will make it 2-1 on the halfway point of the match. And yeah, so comes the downfall. I mean, we do get one last chance out of the half as Butcher looks to curl it around Alisson. If it was going on target, it probably would have been saved, I reckon. But not too early on from kickoff. Liverpool do dribble around the Ipswich Town defence, and Llorente gets played in by Darwin Núñez, making it 3-1. And here comes the goals, and we all knew this would happen. I knew this would happen at the start. I thought Liverpool, they're pretty much in the top 6, top 4 of the league. We almost get another one back, almost make it 3-2. And almost makes it 3-2 once again from the corner. Quite a nice run of shots there from us. And that's probably going to be about it, as Diaz gets played in and Diaz scores. And 4-1. Result isn't looking too nice, too pretty. It does look like it's going to be a complete walkthrough. This is what I thought the Newcastle game would be, but no, it was actually a bit more easier than that, as Bowden forces another save out of Alisson. Alisson's been quality. I mean, he's saved all our shots. Granted, they were quite easy and not too hard to actually save, but Salah, this is just dribbling around the defence. We can't even put a tackle, and we daren't give a penalty away, as it just fires into the back of the net with Liverpool's 5th. And there's still 15 minutes to play. How many more can Liverpool get, and can we put another one just to save a little bit of pride, just to get it 2? Can we get 2? I really want 2. To be fair, I wanted more than 2. I wanted to try and come back and actually win, but that's never going to happen, as Harris, the substitute, plays in Bowden, and Bowden shows what he is looking to do next season, and that is score goals against Premier League opposition. And I think it's going to be a real tough slog, as Salah does, look at that type of passing just round our defence. Just goes to show that we will need to sign a couple new defenders as well as a new goalkeeper, and that is what we are going to do, as obviously you'll see in a couple episodes time who we will sign. And yes, we have got who we want, and Núñez in the 92nd minute of 93 makes it 7-2, and that is not a pretty scoreline, and I can safely say that is how it's going to end at 7-2. I mean, we got 2 goals. I mean, I wasn't really expecting much of a rotated side. And Crystal Palace looking like they are going to get automatic promotion ahead of Norwich. And we've got the last few games to play of Bournemouth, Swansea, Sheffield United and Hull City. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Nice short one for you. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.